Hi, I'm Tammy. And this is
Johnny.
we are TNT Grace and Grit. First night out since his procedure, which everything went great. Thank you everyone for your prayers. No one might even not show up for this live, but if not, they can always watch it later on the replay. Now he's having a problem with his left shoulder. Of course, you know, you have to overcompensate when you can't use one hand or arm. You have to overcompensate on your other one. They said it started hurting when he got put on the table. On the table or on the bed?
On the bed when they took me back there.
So they moved you from your bed over
to 13. We're in 13.
I don't know, but anyway, we got some lidocaine patches that I swear by whenever I pull my shoulder or neck. I'm burning it. I only. Let's see. I know it's dark, but you should go see us pretty good. I don't know what happens whenever I. Let's see. I think whenever I go to share it, it takes signal away for some reason. Should turn it on the other way. I'm afraid to turn it now. Probably upside down. Burning. Got it. I'm not treating you like an invalid, I'm just protecting you. Somebody's here. Two more somebodies are here. Say howdy in the chat. Have a signal until we get almost home, and then we'll probably start losing signal then, but we're still on Ring Road. Trisha.
What's up, Trish?
Popping in, can't stay, getting in the car to go to dinner. I'm so happy Johnny's looking. Girl, thank you, and me too. Prayers work. You know, I say I feel sorry for people who don't believe in Jesus. I don't know what I would do without faith. Huh. Police lights over at the Dollar General store. Somebody tried to rob them. What you gonna steal from the Dollar General store? I'll be driving and it's raining. Yeah, it's raining here too. Girl, I can't see to drive in the dark. Where are you gonna go eat? We had Mexican. Sorry, little friend Hugo. Love you too. Be safe, please. I'm actually legally blind in this side. Yeah, I have to check it. This side. The last time it's probably 20 years ago that I had the vision after checked. It was 2220, I think, or 2240, something like that. And this one's 2220, 220. This one's 2040. They said that the best thing I could do would be to pray to have what is it old people have? Cataract surgery to fix it. I don't imagine it'll ever get fixed. Hi Trish.
Hi, girl.
Chili's. Never been. Never ever been. I really want to go. Don't we have a Chili's?
No.
Thought we did.
No.
Is there one in Radcliffe?
I don't know. One in Indiana, Columbus.
I'm sure I probably could find something on there though, but when I know for sure that where we go, we can find something to eat. Had steak and shrimp tonight. It was so good. Steak and shrimp that you're supposed to make fajitas out of. I don't make fajitas. I give him the fajita bread thingy, whatever, wraps, and I just eat the steak and shrimp. Back down to me and you. I'm sure. I know Joy always watches the replay. Nene would if I could get a message to her. She'd be here. I don't want to lose the signal again. Let's see. Copy link. There we go. There we go. You're live. Okay. See, there's hot air coming in from somewhere. Whew. Maybe I'm having a hot flash. This jacket's pretty warm too, even though I just have a t-shirt on. Got my arm hanging out a window now. My hand trying to cool off. Rain, rain, rain. Is that light bothering you over here? Promise. You like drive at night anymore either, do you? Jesus. So yes, everything went perfect with his procedure. He wasn't back there no time. And it was funny because they told me when he came back they would come get us and take us to a whatever they call that little room, so the doctor could come in and explain how everything went, blah 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 blah. But instead they walked us right back to, she's like, you ready to get back to the room and all that, and I was like, yeah. So we walked into his room and he said, give me my Mountain Dew. And I looked at him, I looked at the nurse, she said he can have anything he wants. So he got his Mountain Dew. And it was a plastic thing they put, because they went through his wrist. And there was like a bubble plastic thing they put after they took the lines out. This plastic thing over and put air in it to hold pressure on it so that it wouldn't bleed, since they are going into a main artery. And of course it was on his right, he is left-handed, so which is a good thing. And so they had to come in every little bit and take out a little bit of air at a time. Then they'd wait 30 minutes, 15 minutes. One time it was an hour. And then as they got down to taking the rest of it out, it was shorter time periods between them, wasn't it? And then
First time was 30.
once they got all the air out of it, then they took that off and put a bandage on it, and then one of those clear, big wide strip band-aids like over it. And so poor guy's starving to death, so we go to IHOP. And did you eat pretty good or not? You ate most of your and then he looked down and he had a bubble, and it was about the half the size of a golf ball sitting on top of his wrist, just below where the bandage was at, which they told us to watch for that. And so we called, and I had to leave a message, and then she called back pretty quickly. But instead of calling my phone, she called Johnny's phone, told us to go to the emergency room, so we did. And when we get to the emergency room, we had to wait for the place where he had the procedure done to release him from their system, so that the ER could put him in their system. That took, 15-20 minutes? And, which seemed like a lifetime. It was aggravating. But, I mean, everybody was nice. You know, there was not one person was rude or even at all. But we were just tired, done with the day. But, we didn't wait real long. We got him back to triage, and they took his blood pressure. And it was up a little bit, which is pretty normal for him, actually, what it was. And then they looked at it, and then he went over and got the nurse practitioner to look at it. She took the bandage off. She said that is one of the cleanest sites for the heart cath procedure she'd ever seen. It looked really good. And by the time she was looking at it, the bubble had went down as far as being a round golf ball to like a longer section, but it was like flattening out. So, and then it went down after that. She just kept saying, "That looks good. It's not hard. It doesn't feel like blood. It could be fluid because you do have fluid in your body too. Blah blah blah." So they both were asking about another kind of splint, because the one they had on him it was the right kind of splint if he'd have had it on his wrist or his hand, but he couldn't have any kind of pressure on this other than the bandage. So they had it on the back side of his hand, so his fingers could still bend, but you're not supposed to move your fingers or your wrist at all, or use your arm, lift anything, not even a gallon of milk, nothing over 10 pounds. And so they said that they really couldn't get another one. They put it through fast track. So we walk out of the ER, go with the fast track. Guess what? He has to go through registration again. It'll just take 15 or 20 minutes. The emergency room said about fast track. Famous last words. We wasn't in the waiting room area very long. Maybe 30 minutes. And they got us back. But when we got in that little tiny room with a little bitty curtain, I'm talking tiny, it was a small recliner that you couldn't recline in, and a little, just regular chair to sit in. That's it. And the curtain. I was like claustrophobic. It was hot, and we waited forever. We didn't get home till 7 o'clock. And by the time we left there, he was fine, and he ended up driving home. I'm like, take me to Wendy's, get me a frosty, go home. I needed that chocolate boost. But then that we got home. So about 7 o'clock we were home and both of us whooped. But he done great. They're only 34% blockage. They were like nothing. Probably everybody, not everybody, but most people probably walking around with that in their body. And they said they didn't put any stents in unless you were 70 to 75% blocked. Is that right? Yeah. And I mean, I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to go back and top it off with something good. But I kept saying I didn't understand how 2 different tests could show that there was blockages, a major blockage. And then they go in to do that, 34%. And I said that, and I said that, and I said that until, was it this morning or last night when I told you? As I was thinking, it was last... Whenever I did the update on Facebook. And that's when it was like, God said in my head, it was that blocked. I healed him. And I was like, light bulb. And I 100 million times believe that God can heal. I know he healed mine twice of cancer. So I 100% know that God heals. No doubt whatsoever in my mind. So, and maybe that's why that it kept getting put off by the insurance, not wanting to pay for it or not wanting this, that, and the other. This guy was still in the process of cleaning out that artery. Because he works in his own time. He has his own watch. But nobody will ever convince me otherwise. That God is good. The devil's bad. God heals. Amen. Let's have some church. Might lose viewers and subscribers. I don't care. The right ones come. Right? Back to me and you again. Alright, we're fixing to probably lose. Fix it. Probably lose signal. Just wanted to update you. In case you're not on Facebook to see my post. It's a little bit more in depth maybe over there. Maybe not. I don't know. But you see he's doing great. The love of my life is doing wonderful. Praise Jesus. We love you all immensely. We appreciate you all immensely. Remember to always be beautiful. Bye for now.
Peace out.